Good? All right. Happy Friday, everybody. It's your boy, Chef Troy B, and welcome to my show, I Got the Dishes. Today we're going to be making a fantastic dish, fish Veracruz style, which is a nice tomato-based dish. Got a Spanish flair, but a little bit of Mediterranean. I'll explain all that while we're cooking. Once again, I'd like to cast a vision for the show today. My vision is to strengthen, renew, and restore interpersonal relationships through the sharing of meals and the joy of cooking. So I want to thank you again. I had such a tremendous outpouring of congratulations and people just saying what a great job I did. So thank you for those comments. In my idiocy last week, in my rush to just to celebrate, I forgot to upload the video on eggs, but I have my technical support today. My man, Tyrus Afro Samurai Banks. He's on the camera today. So we're going to have a good time. So we're just going to start. Come on in, Tyrus, and we'll show them what ingredients we're using. Of course, today we're doing mahi-mahi. I have some onions, some garlic, got some pepper, some dry oregano, a little bit of green olives, some capers, tomatoes, and we're going to use that lemon for garnish. It's a really simple dish that has a lot of bold flavors in it, and we're going to just have a good time making it, okay? So back to my nice portable burner in my makeshift kitchen, which is really working out. My son has been a very good help to me, so I appreciate him. So today I'm using a stainless steel pan, all clad. If you're watching, I'd use your pots, so maybe we can get a little sponsorship going in here. But we're going to use a stainless steel pan today. I hope the lesson last week, I hope y'all got up and made omelets the next day. So we're going to get started. I'm going to turn my fire on. Let me lock that in. There we go. We're going to put this on like a medium-high heat just to get it started. So Veracruz is a small coastal town in the Gulf of Mexico. Of course, Mexico was once colonized by the country Spain, and that's where Cinco de Mayo comes from. I think that's right. If not, y'all can let me know. But you get a lot of Mediterranean influences, such as the olives and the capers. Being that it's a coastal town, of course, they're going to have an abundance of seafood. Now, the type of fish I'm using today, like I said before, is mahi-mahi. But you can use any type of whole, nice white fish. Haddock, cod, halibut. Because today what we're going to do is we're going to poach our fish, still on the egg thing, poach our fish in the sauce once we make the sauce. We could pan sear it, but I want you to focus on getting the sauce is the main ingredient today, the star. So once you get your sauce right, we're going to season this up, and then we're going to put it right into the sauce and let that finish cooking. I got a pot of rice going, so we can put this over top some rice. But the things I like to put on the rice, on this dish, you can use white beans. You can use pretty much anything. It can be a side with you can use other vegetables as a side or something as like a topping. So I'm getting my pan hot. So I found some Spanish olive oil. I'm just going to put a little good glug in here. As you can already see, my pan is hot. So now we're going to, where that oil is pooling, I'm going to add my garlic in. Now garlic, it goes from being fantastic to being burnt and bitter. So we're going to watch it. As soon as you start smelling it, that's when it's time to add your onion. So this is a half of a large onion. If you had smaller onions, of course, you could use a whole onion.
Shelly said hi.
Hey, Shelly. How's things up in Pennsylvania?
And is there a special method for measuring the water in rice so it isn't sticky?
I'll have to do a whole rice class on that one. But I use the old method, the middle finger method. I haven't measured out a pot of rice in quite some time now. So when you do rice, I put olive oil in. This is called a pilaf style, where you kind of saute the rice in the oil. You can use butter, oil, any kind of fat. And then put my rice in, stir it up till it gets all coated. Add the water, and when we eat a lot of jasmine rice, so the ratio is a little different. But you really, for me, when the water gets to my middle finger on the top, and it's just on the top of the rice, that's how much water you need. That's how I've been doing rice forever, and Tires eats rice all the time, so he hasn't complained. Sometimes it comes out a little weird, but this is all because of the electric stove back here. So, as you can see, I'm slowly cooking down the onions. I want them to kind of sweat, which means I'm cooking them slow and let the moisture release without putting any color on them. So you can see what I'm doing here. And, you know, you just got to be patient. So it's not, we're in no rush. This is a nice, easy dinner. I got 2 pieces of halibut. I'm going to tell you how much I spent on everything. $25.12 for this whole meal. I shop at Trader Joe's a lot. That's my go-to, especially if I'm doing if I have a client that's doing a couples dinner. That's where I generally go. If I'm doing a larger kind of event, I'll go to the big stores like the Costco's or BJ's. And if I'm doing a catering job where about 75, 100, 150 people, I'm shopping at a wholesaler called Restaurant Depot.
So, Pound Cakings as What's Good, Chef? Long time no see.
Yo, what's up, man? Haven't seen you in a minute. You doing good?
And Image Views as What's Happening.
Oh, I know who that is. We try to keep everybody's name just in case you wonder about the parole officer. So, but I appreciate y'all coming out and supporting me. This is my second show, so hopefully tomorrow, my goal is to have my YouTube channel up. I'm gonna do my first posting of that, and my YouTube channel is Chef Troy B, just like it is on the Instagram.
Also, Chef Richie says hi.
Oh, what's up, Chef DJ Richie, my man? Hey, man, you need to call me. I'm just saying. So we got that going. Let's just put a little salt. You want to flavor all your layers. A little pepper. And now we're going to add some tomato. Oh, almost forgot. I almost messed up. So we're going to add a little bit of white wine. A good glug. If you're that's probably about a half a cup. So I'm going to let that cook down a little bit till it's almost dry. And then I'm going to add the tomatoes in. So really the goal of my channel and what I'm trying to influence out, I don't want to say influence, but get out there. I'm more of a technique guy. So I feel as though if you learn how to grill, and if I can show you how to grill properly, you can grill anything. You can grill vegetables, meats, you know, anything. If you know how to poach, you can poach anything. So we're not going to be focusing so much on recipes, but more on the techniques. Because recipes can be intimidating for some people. I know sometimes if I'm doing something new, a recipe can be intimidating. I'm more of a visual learner. So it's easier for somebody to show me how to do it. But if I can look at a recipe and say, oh, they're just sauteing. Oh, they're just grilling. Oh, they're just roasting. Okay, then it's not as intimidating. So I got like a can of diced tomatoes. I like to use a can. I'm kind of cook like I think y'all will cook. You know, I don't think y'all be sitting around trying to dice up tomatoes. But if you have someone that you can get fresh tomatoes from, hint, I need some fresh tomatoes. I haven't had a good BLT sandwich in a while. Hit them up. You know. So now we want to turn up the heat a little bit and get that going. So I like my Veracruz chunky. So I like you to see your ingredients. So I could have cut the onions a little thicker. Because we got we're working on that sauce now. I'm going to turn up the fire just a little bit. And now I'm going to taste and see where we're at. Now you may see me double dip, but since I'm the only one eating this, it's okay. If you're cooking for somebody else, don't double dip. That's a foul. That's a flagrant foul. You get 3 shots in the ball back with that one. So we're going to taste to see where we're at. So it needs a little bit more salt. The sweetness of the onions are starting to come out. So that's real nice. Sweetness from the tomatoes. So you can see this is a really easy sauce to put together. I mean, we're only 10 minutes into the show and we're almost done with the sauce.
Chef, why do you choose to cook with a wooden spoon?
Just for noise sake. You know, I didn't want to hear I didn't want to record the scraping of a metal spoon up against the metal pan. So this is just some capers. I'm draining just a little bit of juice, but I want some of that flavor to put in there. And then some olives, along with a little bit of olive juice. And now you can cut your olives. I like to leave them whole. A little bit more dramatic when you put it on the plate. Check my rice. You're starting to smell it, so I'll turn off the heat. And now I'm going to add just a little bit of dry oregano. Now, if you're using fresh oregano, I will wait till you're almost done with the sauce. So about that much. And give it a little squeeze. Give it a little grind in your hand. Oh, I wish you could smell that. Now, I know you're saying, well, now you're making an Italian. No, oregano is in a lot of Mexican cooking. All right, so there's your sauce. I'm going to taste it one more time before I lay the fish in here. See where we're at. That's really good. I wish you could smell it, as all the TV chefs do. I wish you could smell this. I wish we had smell-o-vision. All right, so back to the fish. So we're just real simple. We're going to just put a little salt and pepper on this fish. Just a little salt and pepper. Now we're going to just gently lay it. I'm going to do both sides. Let's not be lazy, Troy. Just do both sides.
So, did you use a teaspoon earlier?
Where?
Not sure.
Okay. Now, a teaspoon of, whoever asked the question, a teaspoon of what? So we're going to just plunge that in there like that. And we want to plunge that in here like that. Wash my hands real quick. So now we're going to take this, make sure we get everything covered. I'm going to sink it down into the sauce. So the fish is going to pick up the color and some of the flavors. And then the fish is going to impart its flavor into the sauce. So we just wait till that's done. Now fish is done at, if you're being technical, 145 degrees internal temperature. Well, chef, how am I supposed to know that? Well, get yourself one of these. It's a digital thermometer. I use it a lot of times, especially if I'm cooking at the school or somewhere else, just to make sure everything's at temp. Because we don't want nobody eating raw food, especially chicken and stuff like that. But you can see, if you can come in close right here, you can see it's starting to really cook. I like seafood because it's got a built-in thermometer. So once it starts changing color and start getting a little firm, you can really pick up the flavor, really pick up and see if it's done or not. Now, if you wanted to do like tilapia or maybe catfish, a thin fillet, or snappers, traditionally Veracruz is a snapper, uses a snapper. You would use this as a topping. So you would cook your fish first and then ladle this on. Because if you try to poach it inside your liquid here, it would break apart. So you want to, if you're doing it this method, you want to use a firm fish, like I said. We're using mahi-mahi today. We can use cod, haddock, halibut, something real meaty fish.
So the question with the teaspoon, it was with the oregano? Or?
Oregano? Yeah, it's about a teaspoon. About a teaspoon, maybe a teaspoon and a half. But really, it's with seasoning, it's all taste. So I season the taste. So, you know, if you're salt sensitive, my salt level may be different from your salt level. My pepper level, you know, is different from yours. So it's always season the taste, especially if you're cooking for yourself. You know, you cook for you, but if you're cooking for someone else, you got to kind of think like in general, is this too salty? You know, is it enough salt? You know, I'm trying to practice the art of salting without salting. So while this is cooking, we're going to have him get a teaspoon and ladle some of this sauce over the top. Tablespoon here. One of my fillets is bigger than the other. So I'm going to turn down my fire. I want to get a little lower simmer. And don't rush. You know, cooking is a labor of love. So there's no rush. You know, when I do the risotto class, we're going to be here for a minute. I'm going to start it halfway, but a risotto takes easily 15 minutes. I mean, a half an hour to do. So you can't rush it. So same thing with this. You want to make sure your fish is done. So I just want to cover it. I'm going to turn up the fire just a little bit. There's always the joy trying to find that perfect sweet spot for the flame and your heat.
Who gets the big piece of fish?
The person cooking? No. Tyrus doesn't eat fish, so I got 2 pieces of fish for myself today. Don't call me greedy. Don't judge me. So, so we got this nice sauce working. So let me tell you a little bit about myself while this is cooking. So as I told you last week, I was born and raised in Philadelphia. Been here in the Atlanta area since 1994. I did drafting for many years. Actually, I got to work on some of the Olympic projects when they were here as part of a landscape architecture team. And I floated around. So, you know how you do stuff, but it's really not what you want to do. It's really not what you're called for. So I did drafting in a lot of different locations, irrigation firms. I worked at Kinko's for a little while in their sign shop. And Kinko's was Kinko's before it became the FedEx store. I think my last assignment had to do some independent contracting, work out of the house, which is always fun. But I also, my last assignment was at an environmental company, and one day I just sat there and was like, I got to do something else. I got to make my dreams come true. I got to do what I'm passionate about. And I've always loved to cook, entertain, just have people over. Food for me is a social outlet. It's what brings people together. And I like to say when, at Thanksgiving, your favorite aunt makes that, the aunt that you really don't like.
Someone said that the sound just went out.
Oh, the sound went out?
Yeah.
Okay, hopefully it's back in.
I don't know.
Test. Are we back in?
No, they still said they can't hear.
Oh, Lord. Live.
Yeah.
All right.
Am I covering the speaker?
No, you're not. Can you hear me now? Test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3. Oh, the joys of live.
They said we can hear now.
Okay. All right. Sorry about that. I don't know where we dropped off at, but we're just going to pick up. And that's how we know the world is banana shaped. But when I decided to go to culinary school back in 2010. Now, I was an old cat. I was 42 at the time, and I haven't looked back. I graduated in 2012 from Gwinnett Technical College, and I love it. I mean, I love what I do. My biggest joy is when people take that first bite and they say, or their eyes roll back, or they just look at me and say, chef. And I say, that's what I do. But this is my love. This is my passion. I mean, I can't think of anything else I'd rather do, except for maybe play golf. But that's a whole nother story. I'm sorry about 2020. My New Year's resolution was to play more golf. And sorry about that. It's like when you wash your car and it rains. So we're almost done. So I'm going to test and take my instant read. I can, oh yeah, that's just about done. Yeah, that's perfect. But I'm going to go ahead and test it. Make sure we're at least close to 145. Oh yeah, we're almost there. Another couple minutes, and then we'll be ready to play. And then we can go. Then we all can go to our virtual happy hours. So I hope everybody's doing okay. I know it's kind of a crazy year with everything that's going on with COVID, the racial unrest, and just everything that's going on in the world. And I just like to say that you're not alone. Don't be afraid to ask for help. I think when it's all over, we're all going to need some therapy and probably a half a Xanax every day. You know, don't be afraid to ask for help if you need help, and don't be afraid if you need to go on a drive and just see some other stuff other than your house and your neighborhood and the same place where you go shop every day. Don't be afraid. Be careful. You know, wash your hands, wear your mask, but don't be afraid to ask for help. We're all in this together. And, you know, for the people I know personally, I love each and every one of you. I'm here for you. And if you need anything and you got my number, if you just need somebody to shoulder to cry on, or you just need somebody just to like, yo, I need you to listen, I can do that. So, like I said, I'm just here, just doing what I love and sharing my passion with you. I'm a true believer that you can taste the passion when someone really cares about their food, or about cooking. So we're going to plate this up now. Everything's good. So it's a real nice sauce. Nice and thick. See, I reduced down a little bit. When you see that little ring around your pan, that means it reduced down really nice. I'm going to turn that off. Give it a quick little burst there. Don't want to blow up the house. All right, so I got a plate. I'm going to move this out of the way. We're going to move some of this junk out of the way. The fish is looking really fantastic. Just give it a quick blast. Perfect. So we're going to plate this up. My rice should be ready. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Perfect rice. Take my fork and fluff it. Give it a quick taste. Fluff and fluff. So, how I would plate this? Put a little bit of rice down. Grab my fish spatula. Oh man, I should do this for a living. And you plate one right here like that. So that's be like a portion. If I'm doing a couple's dinner, that'd be one portion. So since we got two pieces, just going to give them a little stack. And then you just put a little bit of sauce. Olive on the run. And you put a little bit of the sauce over the top that you worked so hard to do. Oh my God, you got this fantastic dinner in like a half an hour. Fellas, let me tell you, back in the old days when I was using my culinary power for evil, these are the kind of dinners that I would serve. Okay, so this is a good date night if you're married and you need something to do, cook. You know, there are plenty of recipes online that you can go. So I'll just take a little bit of olive oil and just give it a little drizzle. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. Now, what are you going to serve with this? Let me clean up so that Tyson can get that good shot there. So that's your dish. Mahi mahi, Veracruz style. And what are you going to serve with this? For somebody to ask me, what are you going to drink with this? Why not get yourself a bottle of Spanish red wine? This was $6.99 at Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's has an excellent wine selection. I pick my wines by the prettiness of the label, especially my French wines. But this is I'm not going to attempt to speak the Spanish, but I did look this up. This means smiling. So we drink this and we're going to smile. I'm going to put my aerator in. Although I did have it aerate for a while. I'm going to grab me a nice bottle, a nice glass here. And then give it a little serve.
Someone said you forgot the lemon garnish.
Yes, I forgot the lemon garnish. Ooh, thank you. This is why I need that extra brain. So we're going to take our knife. I already rinsed off the knife. I mean the lemon. I'm going to slide this out the way. So cut the ends off. Bang. 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 Nice and easy. Serve that right there with that. Maybe 2 pieces if you're doing a sharing plate. Or if you just want to be fancy and just complete the circle, just do it all the way around. Thank you for reminding me of the garnish. One day I'll do this for a living. So, and there you have mahi mahi, Veracruz style. A nice glass of wine. Happy Friday, everybody. Hey, thank you for coming. We'll be doing it again next Friday. So until then, salute, and remember, at I Got the Dishes with Chef Troy, my reward is an empty plate. Have a good week and have a good day.